Burke Stadium here on senior night here tonight alongside Emory Evans. I'm Alex Teague, and we hope you're having a wonderful night here as both teams, Creighton Prep and the Benson Bunnies, are here to get ready to go to work here as it's just been an awesome night. Emory, well, we just honored our seniors. It could very well be our final game here. It's just World Herald. As you can see, Prep is obviously at number 4, but Gretna and Elkhorn South remains undefeated. A game that Prep really is looking forward to, and the rest of the state of Nebraska, is Bellevue West sitting at 6, and Pavilion La Vista South at number 9, playing tomorrow.
Yeah, Prep just barely able last week to sneak away against Papio, but they're gonna look. This is a good-looking game here for Creighton Prep. Hopefully, last game of the season they already clinched their playoff spot, but see if they can end the season off strong.
Yep, and also the Benson Bunnies are looking to end off strong as well, as they had a good last week performance against the Central Eagles. Jalen Davis, their starting quarterback, had a very decent game against the Eagles. It's just been ever throughout the season, it just hasn't been the way it is for the Bunnies.
Yeah, I mean, even if you win 33-13 against any team, you're going to get some confidence out of that, especially going into this football game here where Prep is the heavy favorite. Benson, they're looking like a good team. Just, unfortunately, they've had some blowouts, but that doesn't mean they're going to get blown out today.
Yep, but they have a good competitor to go against here, against the Junior Jays, who last week had a very interesting and exciting ending, as Prep passing was very substandard, but running the ball with whether it's Marty Brown, who went down in the middle of the second half, or Caden Russell, who had the game-winning touchdown, they've just been running the ball all over around the season. Prep passing just hasn't been it, as it shows. It's clearly last week.
Absolutely, and even going into the year, we knew that it was going to be Prep's rushing game that was going to carry them throughout the season. But, yeah, Prep's passing offense has really not been there all season. They need to get something going, especially if they're going to make a run, maybe get to the state championship. They can't just be a running offense. Now, obviously, that's led them. They only have 3 losses. That's led them throughout the regular season. But in order to win a championship, you need to be an all-around and complete team.
And the road to that championship, if the season were to end today, Prep would be sitting at a 10 seed, but they'd be all the way going to North Platte. This isn't official, but currently a 10 seed for Prep. They're looking, obviously, to get a higher seed, maybe even host a game. But as I said earlier, Bellevue West versus Papillion La Vista South tomorrow, that's going to be huge for them because they could easily jump up from the 10 seed.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I think this year's state championship is a toss-up. Beginning of the year, we thought Westside was just going to dominate. We saw that wasn't the case when they played North Platte. Now, Gretna's obviously the favorite to me. Elkhorn South is up there, but watch out for Kearney. Honestly, Kearney might be a sneaky team that might make a run, but like I said, I don't see really any clear favorite. It's going to be a great playoffs.
Yeah, a team that I'm pretty much looking at is, obviously, we got favorites, Gretna, West Side. A team that could possibly stun some people is Millard South, as they're not as good as last year, but you got to keep in mind that they hung on against the West Side in overtime. They're currently sitting at a 12 seed, but when the real bracket comes out, it could be. I'm looking at Millard South, maybe see what they can do in the postseason as upset-wise.
Yeah, and I mean, last year, you remember, they're all they're thinking about was that loss they took to Omaha North last year in the first round of the playoffs. So they are hungry. They want to win. They've got a good quarterback who's also a MLB baseball prospect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Millard South, they're looking to come back, and you're right about that. There's a lot of good teams. I don't see a heavy, clear favorite because, I mean, anybody can win on any given day. It's just 4 quarters of football. You got to beat a team.
Yep, as Saturday morning, the official bracket will come out, and it'll be interesting seeing all the games going around tomorrow, as this is one of only 3 games last time I checked that play tonight, as tomorrow night, last regular season, Friday Night Lights, and it's just going to be interesting how it goes. And interesting how it goes right here as Prep looking to end their regular season off right and just cruise into the postseason. They all are just really looking forward to it.
Yeah, Creighton Prep's kind of where we expected them to be at in terms of record-wise. We
And out they come. Here come the Junior Jays, looking to end their season off right, and wearing new jerseys. In fact, they're wearing like a blue. Does as everybody's here, we are about ready to go to work here as final football Thursday night lights of the season. Bunnies versus Junior Jays here at senior night, Burke Stadium. Glad you're with us on CPSN. Kickoff goes to the way of John Pargo. He returns it up the middle. He's got a burst of speed, and he takes it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Not so bad of a return to start for John Pargo.
John Pargo just following his blockers, going right up the middle. Great blocking, and honestly, the kickoff return team hasn't been that good this year, but maybe, especially towards the beginning of the year, they had some struggles, especially against Bellevue West, but special teams been picking it up in the past couple weeks.
And out comes first career varsity start for Tony Caniglio, the sophomore quarterback, number 5. He got to play most of the second half against Papillion La Vista South. As the first handoff, it's the Caden Russell. He takes it up to the 44 for a measly short gain, second down.
Yeah, Caden Russell getting the start today over Shamar Brown, who's going to sit out for this game. Just get him ready for the playoffs. But
yep.
Yeah, he proved himself last game. He had that game-winning touchdown. So even with Marty out, you still got to be mindful of this rushing defenses. Caden Russell, a lot smaller, but he is very quick and strong, too.
Yeah. Handoff, Russell, here he goes, following his block, and he gets stuffed from behind into bunny territory, tackled by Jalen Davis as well.
Yeah, 2 runs, and Creighton Prep already in Benson territory. Just keep, this is what they do best. We know this. This is their bread and butter right here, is the run game, no matter who's running the football. Even if it's their third-string quarterback, Ezra Vegel, they get yards.
Yep, this is the 4th QB we have seen this season take a snap. Caniglio rolls to his right and looking in the direction of Pierce Johnson, and it's incomplete. Second down, coverage there by Anthony Liggins.
And he had the tight end, Matthew Burt, number 87, running a post route. He was right on the 30-yard line, just wide open, but rolling to his right. Caniglio just didn't see him. He had a touchdown, easy touchdown there.
Going back to play, second down now from the 46 again. Still Caden Russell to the left of Tony Caniglio, and out comes a flag. It's going to be an offsides. That'll move the Jays up 5.
Yeah, Caniglio got 2 defensive linemen to jump, and one thing that you teach the linemen is watch the football. Once that football moves, that's when you go. You don't listen to the quarterback's count.
Yeah.
That's what's going to get you thrown off and get you to jump off sides.
Yep, Prep did a good job jumping off Papillion La Vista.
Yeah.
They had like 3 offside penalties, I think, last week for the Monarchs. As here goes Caden Russell off to the races, and he gets dragged down and pushed, and down he goes all the way to the 23-yard line. Caden Russell, a quick run and just right up the gut. He just takes it all the way to the 23.
3 runs and 3 positive and great gains by Caden Russell. Just like we said, he's a small running back, but he's hard to bring down. He is so quick as well.
We've seen him play throughout the second half. Last game he had some big shoes to fill as handoff goes to George Egan, trying to move his ray left and right, and he takes it right around the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Creighton Prep loves using George Egan, just a quick fullback dive. Sometimes they'll get a couple yards. Other times they'll get 10 plus, but just a nice way to get a couple yards, just kind of move the chains, make second and third down a little more manageable, especially if they're going to keep running the football.
Let's see. Second down from the 20 again. Still Caden Russell action here.
One thing is there's a
and
flag on the play.
a flag has thrown.
I was going to say there's one safety, and he's all the way on the right side. You had a one-on-one towards the bottom of your screen. Yeah, timeout was called, though, but
timeout was called by the Bunnies, and we will step aside. Junior Jays. Their starting quarterback is Jalen Davis as he hands it off this time. This is to Brandon Ashley. And he won't get very much. About a loss of 1 on the play on the first play.
Yeah, they're a pass-first offense. They love passing the football. Their quarterback's only 5'9", but he can still sling the football and get outside the pocket and run. So they also like running a spread offense. They'll spread everybody out, maybe 2 receivers on each side, and maybe run it up the middle there. But we'll see. That run didn't get that much.
You can call that Jalen Davis is pretty much a dual threat quarterback, as he also leads the team rushing for the Bunnies as a flag comes out, and it'll be a false start on the Bunnies. That'll back them up 5, make it 2nd and 16.
Yeah, just these early mistakes going on for Benson. Had the offsides first couple plays of the game, and then now a false start, just moving this offense back, and now at the 24-yard line it looks like.
Second and long. Davis still in the backfield. He's the senior as he bobbles high snap as it goes outside to Ashley. Trying to move his way around, and he gets to the sideline, and he runs into a couple of guys on the sideline as...
Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
Yeah, that's not a great sight as it looks like someone got to the ground on the prep sideline. Nonetheless, it'll be 3rd and about 6.
Just a short screen out, just kind of followed his blockers on the outside, went outside, but great coverage by Creighton Prep, not letting that one go for a long play.
Seeing what they can do here. Some 3 receivers are kind of bunched. They move from the left side to the right side of Jalen Davis. It's a toss out to Ashley. He tries to squeak through the defense, and did the ball come out? It looked like they stripped it away, and I think Colin Holmer, did he pounce on it? Or would he say,
signaling,
yeah, it's Prep football. A takeaway. Brandon Ashley had the ball, and it came out of his grasp. And I think Colin Holbert was the guy that pounced on it.
Great defense by Creighton Prep right there. Just Benson, it looked like he may have been close or gotten the first down, but then just lost the football, and great job by Creighton Prep getting on top of it. And now in their own territory, we'll see where they're going to start from here.
I take that back. Hence the guy pounding the sledgehammer in front of the birdcage. That might have been Nick Keeney who coughed it up, or who got the football or stripped it, either or. First down, Ezra Vendrell comes in at quarterback as he will keep it himself. Out of the fake handoff from George Egan, and he'll take it up all the way near the 24-yard line, 28-yard line.
Yeah, Prep fans know this. Benson fans know this. Whenever Ezra Vendrell's in, it's most likely going to be a option or just a quarterback keeper. It's what they've been doing all year, and we first saw that in the first game of the season with Bellevue West, and it worked perfectly, and it's still working now.
Yep.
Picks up the first.
I stand corrected on my last statement. It is at the 24-yard line. Nonetheless, first down. Can they score here? Toss. It's to Russell, trying to move his way around, and it gets walled up to near the line of scrimmage. It looks to be Stephen Owusu to hit him first.
Yeah, you look at Benson's defensive line. They've got some big guys up front. You got to push those blockers, and once it gets past that defensive line, that's where your linebackers and them have to pick up the running back. But it's a big defensive line, going to be kind of hard to push them, especially with a couple linemen out for this game for Creighton Prep.
On second down and 10, 3 receivers to the
You got one-on-one coverage with.
It's Russell right up the gut. Caden Russell into the end zone. Touchdown, Junior Jays. Caden Russell, his 3rd touchdown of the year. And right where he left off from the last game, as he just sprinted right up the middle and scores for the Junior Jays.
Yeah, whether it's Marty Brown, whether it's Caden Russell, Prep's going to get this offense going. They're going to get at least 1 touchdown rushing the ball. And what I was looking at was you had Ed Hubner down one-on-one coverage, no safety. I thought they were going to maybe throw a lob over there, but just ran it right up the middle with Caden Russell. Great run. Great blocking, too.
Extra point attempt.
a second drive touchdown for Creighton Prep.
Yep. They failed on the 4th down of the first drive, but it's all right. They made it up with the turnover from Brandon Ashley for the Bunnies, and here they are into the end zone for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and it helps when you start at your own 35 too, and you know your offense has been moving. Defense turn into offense.
Extra point try. Ford Hamilton knocks it through, and it is a 7 points lead. 6:49 left in quarter number 1. We will step aside. Seven 0 in favor of the Blue Jays here. Burke Stadium here on senior night. It's a pretty good night for football. It's seemingly that we had a pretty cold week this week. Kind of had a little touch of winter, but it's actually pretty nice out, I got to be honest.
Yeah, some nice football weather here. Last week it was brutally cold, but
oh yeah,
a lot better this week.
You were on the side. I was on the sideline. I was like,
yeah.
I think everybody else was. As
it's even
Hamilton,
colder on the field too.
Yep. Hamilton, holy cow, I think that went through the goalpost. That was a bomb, holy man. Hamilton just.
I think he started on Benson's, or excuse me, Prep's 45-yard line. Must have been a penalty or something, because usually they start on Benson's 45. That's probably why it went so far, but even then, he hit that thing right through the uprights.
Penalty or not, I know that not a lot of people can hit it through the uprights from that long, and he drilled it. And Benson will set up shop at the 20-yard line for the second time today. First possession did not end in Benson's favor as Brandon Ashley, their running back, coughed up the ball. As here we are, first down. Jalen Davis still at quarterback. Plenty of receivers for him to aim at. He looks one of his ways. He rainbows it. Nobody there, and incomplete. Christian Lanphier trying to get the ball. Nearly a one-handed pick. Nobody was there. I don't know where Jalen Davis was throwing that to. Nonetheless, incomplete.
Maybe just been some miscommunication. It was a receiver motion to the right side, and then Johnson had to pick him up. It looked like the other receiver was by himself, and maybe that's who he was going to, but just kind of a little miscommunication through a fly route. Looked like he was cutting in.
Second down now. Prep defense shifting around. One receiver motions is DJ Sterling. And handoff, or here's the run. Trying to move his way around as Davis was keeping that on that play. He takes it up for about a musical gain of 4.
Yeah, one thing that I've noticed, a lot of the teams that Creighton Prep plays, they run a lot of motion. And you kind of just see the defense will shift, just talk and communicate, especially when they're motioning, especially if it's going to be a wheel route, or just that time, in that case, just quarterback keeper right up the middle. But they run a lot of motion, every team that Creighton Prep has played.
Here we are on 3rd and 6. Bobbled snap, that's on the ground. Davis picks it up. He just lobs it to the Prep sideline. That hit the bench. Incomplete. 4th down, and at first I thought that was kind of an intentional grounding because there was no receiver out there, but I think he was outside the pocket.
Yeah.
But
that one, he was just glad enough to just at least get the ball out so they don't.
Yeah.
Prep doesn't get the
It
sack.
could have been easily a disaster as he bobbled that ball. That went down on the ground. He did a great job picking that up, and he just smartly threw it away. He didn't want to waste any more time, and as you said, get the sack. But here we are. It is 4th down. It appears that the punt formation will come on.
It's like they're taking on the left hash.
A lot of guys looking to rush.
Yeah.
Punter isn't that far deep, so you better be careful.
Yeah.
And I think someone got it off. See, like right there, that Nick Keeney, that might have been, they're going to get an offside and won't be enough for a first down. But Nick Keeney, he came up and he looked like he was about ready to block it.
Just kind of jumped a little early, just jumped the ball a little early, ran to get to the punter, but can't do that.
So it's 4th and about 1. Appears that they're still going to punt it. Pierce Johnson's still all the way back.
Yeah, I would definitely still punt it if I'm Benson.
Ashley's still in the back, about ready to punt. And no block. Johnson, fair catch at the 44. Prep will take care of the ball. They'll set up shop for their offense at the 44-yard line. And they'll look to just see what they can do. Still with 5:52 left.
Yeah, their offense was moving first drive, first couple plays, and then that last drive, just a rushing touchdown. And one thing for Benson, they don't want to get too behind. They're already down 7-0. Prep's got the ball back. Their defense is looking great. If Benson plays 14-0 already in the first quarter, it could be a long game for the Bunnies.
Coniglio is back in. We saw mostly Ezra Vedral in the last drive. First drive of the game, we saw mostly contained mostly of Tony Coniglio as he's in quarterback. As it's a toss to the outside. This is to Johnson, trying to move his way around and gets the first down near the 45-yard line. I'm wondering if today's game and possibly moving forward, if Coniglio still remains around at quarterback, because you got to know that against Central, Coniglio came in at the 4th quarter, and he threw his first career touchdown pass to Pierce. So that could be an easy connection to think about. Good quarterback-wide receiver duo.
And you said this pregame, Prep has gone through 4 quarterbacks, 3 of them passing quarterbacks with Stessman.
Uh-oh. As the ball goes back all the way at the 24-yard line. 26, excuse me, but holy cow, what happened there?
Just a bad snap, just went over his head. But as I was saying, 3 quarterbacks, Stessman, Donaldson, and now Coniglio. So Preps is they're still trying to find this passing offense. They found the rushing offense first game of the season. No problem with the rushing game, but they're still just really trying to figure out who their QB1 is, even though, I mean, now it's just down to 3 quarterbacks. Sam Stessman converted to a wide receiver.
Yep.
But,
this is not a typo. 2nd and 39. How about that? That's what they need to get to the Bunny 36-yard line to get the first down. Long way to go. It is possible. Here's Coniglio looking his way. Passes caught. Eddie Heemner. He comes back to get the ball, and it gets himself all the way to the 40. So it'll be about third and like the sidewalk instead of third in the parking lot.
Yeah, Eddie Heemner just stuck his foot in the ground, ran the out route to the sideline, caught it, and got some of the yards back. But now a 3rd and 24 for Creighton Prep, and maybe if they get, at least 12 yards, or excuse me, at least 20 yards, they might go for it.
Here on 3rd and 24, Coniglio, and he goes, and a flag comes out on the end of the play. K. Reese Dial there to make the sack, coming off a blitz, but let's check the penalty.
Could be roughing the passer, might be a hold, or face mask actually, but
let's take a look. Face mask on the defense. Will it be a first down? It was 3rd and 24.
I'm not sure. It doesn't look like they moved the football at all. But Coniglio had Landfear running right across the middle. He could have hit him, but the pocket kind of collapsed on him. Couldn't really set his feet and throw it. Now it's a 4th and 27.
No, I think it's still
Not
third
sure.
down, I think. They moved them up 5? Very confusing. Nonetheless, Caniglio, the throw, it's a screen play is on. Here goes Caden Russell coming right up the gut. And he gets it near the 45-yard line, getting it back to the original line of scrimmage, making up some yards.
Yeah,
But it's 4th and 9.
our screen here said 4th down at 27, but the sideline marker said 3rd down. I'm going to trust the sideline marker,
But
and obviously I don't think they'd run a screen on the 4th and 27.
officials are gonna discuss something. That was a quick speed by Caden Russell.
Yeah, he's
He was
fast.
just lightning right up the gut, off the screen pass, and it just zoom all the way to the 45 and make it 4th and 9. Do you think you punt this? Do you go for it? Well, we gotta see where.
I mean, Creighton Prep's defense has looked
gonna
really
be
good.
they're going to be a block in the back on the Junior Jays as Russell was running, and it'll be
still
third
says
down,
third down.
and long again.
Just
They're
unfortunate, just back-to-back penalties, one on Benson, one on Prep. It was a good run by Caden Russell, good run after catch by Caden Russell. Now a 3rd and 24. Again, they started in their own territory, in Benson territory, and now they're at their own 40.
3rd down. Russell on the handoff. Here he goes again. Caden gets just across the midfield. Plenty of guys there to make the tackle. 4th down at about 12. They did a good job making up the lost yardage, but it won't be enough. 4th down, and out comes the punt team.
Yeah, they tried to do everything they could. It was a 2nd and 39. It's kind of really hard to come back from that, but now they just give the ball back to this Benson offense. Hasn't been working for them. Defense has been looking good for Creighton Prep, and yeah, Benson's got to get something going. At least get in Prep territory, maybe get some momentum here.
Hamilton the punt. Short kick. Prep's got to get away from it as it rolls. Takes a good roll all the way inside the 10, near the 9-yard line. Benson will start offense right there at the 9-yard line. We will step aside. We welcome you back to Smirk Stadium. 7-0, 2:02 left in quarter number 1. Benson setting up shop deep in their own territory. Here we go, Davis to the outside. Holy cow, what a hit! Joe Brown, holy Moses. He came in like a wrecking ball, not like Miley Cyrus, but still a huge hit. That was.
Yeah, we've definitely seen that all year by Joe Brown. He's a big hitting linebacker, standing at about 6'1", just a big guy. And once he saw that ball go in the air, the receiver didn't even see Brown coming in, and boom, he just laid the hit.
Holy. We've seen a lot of huge hits and great defensive plays by
Yeah,
Joe Brown, but man, oh man.
that
Happy
was
senior night.
that was a big hit. That's how you set it. That's how you make an exclamation point right there.
I don't know who was trying to go for the pass. That might have been Brandon Ashley, but Davis just lobbed up the ball and he didn't see him. 2nd down. Davis over the middle. Is it caught? It looks to be it looks like Demarion Davis, yeah, it'll be a 3rd down. Davis to the other Davis.
Quick slant route, just a 6-yard slant route, just cutting inside, getting under the linebacker. Makes 3rd down a little bit more manageable. Benson, like I said, got to get something going here as we reach the end of the first quarter. But one thing is you know, fans may have expected even a bigger blowout than what it is right now. I know it's early on, but Benson's kind of held their ground a little bit.
Yeah, that's something to feel good about.
Yeah.
But third down, Davis, another bobbled snap. He rainbows. Nobody there again. That might have been another miscue. We've seen that earlier in the game, but Davis throws it to an oblivion.
It's the second time where his receivers stopped, and Davis thought he was going to keep going and just kind of lofted that one up. Thankfully, no DB for Creighton Prep was over there to just, you know, basically get the ball handed to him for an interception. As again, for the third time, Benson punting.
Punt formation again. Last time, I wonder it will be a block, but because the punter is really close to the line. As they do get it away, as it takes a Prep bounce all the way to around the 41-yard line, and Prep great field position has just been not the best punt in the world, but they set up shop from the 41, looking to add to their lead.
It's been a good game so far.
Yeah.
Really both teams. I mean, Benson not getting much on offense, but Prep, they kind of slowed down a little bit, especially because they had that bad snap, which ended in a 2nd and 39. But now, if Creighton Prep scores here and Benson's down by 2 scores in the first quarter, it might get a little bit ugly.
Yeah.
But you don't want to speak too soon.
Russell slides off one tackle, but he's immediately met by another guy. Second down near the 38.
Just Caden Russell again, just the workhorse right now, just giving him the football, letting him work as we reach under a minute in the first quarter. Russell already with a touchdown too. He's been doing great.
Russell, I interviewed him after his game-winning touchdown. He's just a great guy to be around, I have to say. He's just always been there for the team, and here he is again, another run. Caden Russell, he finds a hole and takes it all the way to the 27-yard line. A first down gain by Caden Russell.
Yeah, Russell's so fast. It looks like everyone else is just kind of running in slow motion. He just followed Egan, followed his blocker, made a good cut upfield, and another first down. This rushing game for Prep, don't change it. Maybe pass the ball a little bit, kind of switch it up a little, but it's been working for him.
First down, and the quarter winds down as Prep a touchdown lead, 7-0 here at senior night at Merrick Stadium. We will step aside. We welcome you back, Burke Stadium. A little score update. Your Saints are ahead of the Cardinals 7-3. 10:54 left in the first quarter.
Andy Dalton for MVP.
I think he threw a touchdown to Shaheed. I don't know who that is. Meanwhile, in the middle of the third, the Yankees and Astros are tied at 0.
Big day for sports, that's for sure.
Well, even better.
Maybe we might get an actually good Thursday night football game tonight.
Oh yeah, that's.
Past 2 weeks have been a little poor, but.
Yeah, I've been doing my homework during those games, honestly. First down, Caniglio to the outside. Pass is caught. Eddie Huebner trying to follow his block. Still trying to make his way outside. And still fighting. And by yardage gain, gets it to around the 22-yard line. A good gain of 5. Huebner with his second catch today.
Did a good job just running after the catch. Huebner trying to get those yards. A little quick route. Sets up a 2nd and 5. So now Prep inching closer and closer inside the red zone. We know they're very dangerous when they get inside the red zone.
2 receptions for 20 yards that Huebner has. 2nd down and 5. And here's a handoff. Russell following his block. Caden Russell all the way, still going, all the way near the 5-yard line. Russell with a great gain, and he is still slow to get up.
Oh. We hope he can get up soon.
It'd be.
But that was a great run by Russell. He didn't go down.
Great run. I think it might have been George Egan or Jacob Brandel, the center, but someone brought in a great block for Russell to get all the way to the 5-yard line. But hopefully Russell is getting it nicely tended to, and it's just hopefully he will be all right. And while they're tend to him, we'll step aside. Welcome you back. Good news is that Caden Russell came back on his own power as Ezra Vedral up the middle, touchdown Prep. Ezra Vedral, 5-yard touchdown to add on to their lead as it's 13-0 still in the beginning of the 2nd quarter. Great run, a great pursuit by the Junior Jays offense as Ezra Vedral just runs right on in.
Well, we know this. Anybody who's going to get the football and they're going to run up the middle, for Creighton Prep, anybody can score whenever they're running the football. This rushing offense, in my opinion, one of the best in the state. I mean, it's really won a lot of games for them, if not all 5 of their games for them.
Pretty much. Hamilton, 2 for 2 on his extra points. Make it 14-0 in favor of the Junior Jays here at Burke Stadium for senior night. We will be right back. Welcome back to Burke Stadium here as another good scoring drive by the Junior Jays, as it's been a fun night for football, good weather for football, and it'll be even better when CBDT performs.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get a nice halftime show.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're a prep student, you're happy because you don't got school tomorrow either, so you can stay out.
That's for sure. Here is the returner. Off to the races, trying to point his way block. Flag is thrown, and he'll get it right around the 25-yard line. That might have been DJ Sterling to do the returning duties from the 1-yard line, but let's check the flag.
A couple early penalties for both teams. See what it is.
They're going to call it on Benson. So that'll back
I think it was a holding call on Benson.
Yeah. Nonetheless, they will be thriving with the football here.
Thriving at their own 12-yard line.
But it'll be still got to find something, anything that they can do, as it's just
just honestly anything at this point for Benson, whether it's running or passing or maybe they run a trick play or something like that. Benson's just got to get something going. I don't even think they've reached inside Prep's territory.
Yeah.
Seems like every drive as well has started inside their own 20.
Sure has, as a little toss reverse kind of play and trying to move his way around. He won't get very much. In fact, he might have lost some on the play. That taking the ball was Avery Harris on taking the run. That was like a little trickery play, but it just didn't work out very well. Lost one on the play.
Yeah, there's that trick play. They may have tried to get some yards, but just great coverage by Creighton Prep, not letting them get anything, and actually a loss of a yard on that play. So now at their own 11-yard line.
Second down now. They're doing that little 3-receiver bunch, moving from left to right. It's kind of an eyebrow raising to me as a handoff. This is to Ashley. He won't get that much. Might get a gain about 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, and
I think that's about 3.
for anybody wondering, though, you can move 3 people at one time as long as the ball isn't snapped and all 3 of them moving. They got to get their set on the line or off the line, whatever they're doing.
Yeah,
they just can't be moving when the ball is snapped. But if the ball isn't snapped, you can move just about anybody.
You're right. It's this time they'll have 3 receivers out.
Yeah, trips on the right side, nobody on the left.
Yep. Third down and 9. Almost a must convert right here. Davis, pressure up the middle. He rolls to his right, now on the run. He edges away from one tackler and won't get much as he goes out of bounds near the 17-yard line. And look, it might have been Drew Wellendorf who that Jalen Davis slipped away from, but that could have been a must-be tackle. Nonetheless, 4th down, and it appears that the punt team will come on.
Yeah, great defense by Prep. And if you're a Benson receiver, you got to come back to your quarterback. You got to help him out a little bit. Don't just stand and wave your arms. Just come back to the ball. Just try to get open, find an open spot, especially if they're running a zone where the defense kind of shifts out of where they're supposed to be. But just Davis tried to do his thing.
Oh, that another close block. Prep has you got to get away from it as Johnson picks it off the roll as that. Pierce Johnson not really liking how he was hanging on to him, but I agree.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit of a jersey tug tackle, but
Prep fans not liking that one, just like they didn't like your Miley Cyrus comment you made a little bit earlier.
Okay, that was. I mean, am I wrong that Joe Brown came in like a wrecking ball?
He hit him pretty hard, but
I mean, that was probably the hardest hit I've seen all season. Either that or Joe Brown's hit in the Bellevue West game earlier in the quarter.
I think people want to forget the whole Miley Cyrus wrecking ball song, so kind of
yeah.
brought it back to him.
Okay. Well, all right, go home, everyone.
Caden Russell back out. That's good to see, too.
Yeah, really good to see. First down, pardon me, as Trayvon Rose is in the game, and he got a receiver wide open. Michael Burt all the way, still moving his way all the way to the 6-yard line. A gain of about 43, I think, on the play, and Burt is slow to get up.
Oh, that's not good to see, but they need to utilize Burt in the passing game, especially he's 6'6", 6'7", I believe, basketball player.
And baseball player. He can do everything.
Yeah, he does it all.
At tight end, he gets a good gain of about 42 on the play.
Especially when this Benson secondary is kind of a small secondary. They don't really got a lot of height besides their defensive line. We hope Burt's okay.
Yeah, Burt, great guy. Have him in class. It's they'll tend to him, and we will return in a short bit. We welcome you back to Burke Stadium. Good news is Michael Burt is up and being helped off to the prep sideline. And the good news is that Steven Avalos, he was out for a couple plays. They had to bring in Trayvon Rose in the game. He is back in at left tackle. First down, handoff. No, it is a handoff. Caden Russell gets it all the way to the 5-yard line.
Good to see Russell back, just doing his thing, getting those short gains. And we know Caden Russell, he's going to get those short gains, and then he's going to get one for 20-plus yards and a touchdown. That's what he's been doing. I think the second string running back to Brown, who, again, is not playing today, in case you missed it.
He's been having, once again, a terrific season, over 1,000 yards rushing. He is just taking a breather and hopefully to stay even healthier for the playoffs. Handoff. This is to Egan. And might have extra push. He got it. Touchdown, Prep. George Egan to barrel his way all the way to the goal line and scores 20-0 Prep.
Yeah, 3 different rushing touchdowns by 3 different people. Just showing again how good this Prep rushing offense is. Anybody can score whenever they get the ball and they're behind the quarterback. Even if it is the quarterback too. We saw Vedral get a touchdown for the second touchdown for Prep. Again, their rushing game has just carried them throughout the whole year.
Yeah, sure has. 3 rushing touchdowns today. And they had a 3 against Papillion La Vista as the kick is no good. It remains at 20-0 Prep. Hamilton kind of kicked it a little too low from what it looked like from here. Nonetheless, a 20-point lead for the Junior Jays. We will step aside.
Welcome you back. Alex had to step aside for a little bit, so now just get me for maybe a couple seconds here. But Prep just scored their 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Egan with that carry. Caden Russell had the first one, Vedral with the second one, and now Egan. So Prep sharing the football, 3 rushing touchdowns, and Benson down 20-0. Slow start for Benson. Alex is back, and we'll take it from here.
Thanks, guys. We are back. Kickoff, Fort Hamilton. Here is the returner. This is the Anthony Liggins. He won't get near the 20-yard line.
Again, another possession where Benson is going to start inside their own 20. They cannot get anything going for this offense, and now down 20-0. You just need a little bit of a push, and if it hasn't already gotten ugly, it could get even uglier.
Yeah.
Still 8 minutes left just in the first half. All right, and we look at one thing, Benson's keys of the game. One of the things I said earlier was they need to not fall behind. I mean, it's a little bit too late for that. It's already 20-0, but another thing is win at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if they've really done that so far, 3 rushing touchdowns, but it's early on. You know, we've seen comebacks. Yeah, we've got a long game ahead of us.
Yeah. But we'll see how the game goes along. Benson looking to score again. Here is Davis. Pinpoints. He's got a receiver open and just over an incomplete, little bit out of the grasp of Avery Harris. He wanted that one.
Yeah, that could have been the big play for Benson that they needed. If you would have caught that, that would have been. Then they would have gotten Creighton Prep territory and maybe get the offense going a little bit, but just unable to connect. We've seen that. Davis just kind of overthrowing his receivers. Some throwing it just 30 yards away from his receivers, but that one just a little out of his reach.
Second down now. Benson looking for a spark on offense. Uh-oh, looks like the ball got down on the ground. Let's see who's got it. Preps thinks they have it, and they do.
Man.
Another turnover, a little botched handoff, and they able to just pounce on it and get the ball. Not just the ball, they get great field position too. Here up 20, so.
Yeah, already starting. They're up 20-0, 8 minutes left, and another possession. They're at their own, or excuse me, they're at the Benson 17-yard line. Just could not get any better for Creighton Prep. So they have a chance to take a 4-score lead with still 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Still second quarter, first down. We have Caden Russell and John Pargo to the left and right of Ezra Vedral. He's got receivers Pierce Johnson and Ed Hebner. Ezra's going to throw. He's got Caden Russell, and they're going to say incomplete. I don't think he had a full grasp of the ball.
Yeah. Usually they wait for him to get a couple steps in. It's about, I think they do 1 or 2 seconds for the receiver to get the ball. That one he just caught it and just got hit. The ball fell out, but second and 10 now for Creighton Prep. And don't be surprised if they just try to get this pass game working. Maybe just get some reps with Caniglio, get him ready for the playoffs. Maybe they'll do that in the second half, but already 20-0.
It's still looking what they can do. First or second down. Here's John Pargo trying to move his way around, and let's see where they put him. They put him at about the 21-yard line. Set about third down. Or excuse me, 11-yard line. I beg your pardon. Nonetheless, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. Just, I'd say run it again. If they don't get it, honestly, you could go for it because Benson has shown that they've not been able to move the football. I think their 4th or 5th possession. They've started inside their own 20. They haven't moved out of inside their own 20. So, excuse me, if you're Creighton Prep, if you don't get it here, I would say go for it.
Yeah, I would agree. Vedral's still in at quarterback. I think they're kind of taking turns on it between Caniglio and Ezra Vedral as handoff, Georgie Egan. He looks like he got the first down. One Benson player celebrating, but you're going to get it. There'll be a first down. Moving the chains.
Yeah, moving the chains. Now a 1st and goal. Great job. Again, we saw when he scored that Creighton Prep moved the pile. The offensive line and everyone else just pushing the pile, getting some more yards.
Yeah.
It's a great job, great effort. And
we got a whistle.
Stoppage of the game here.
And we got a flag. Or at least he threw the flag. Let's see what the call would be. Let's take a look. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike on Benson. I did see one guy kind of being excited after the tackle was made, but I don't know if that was it. There might have been some said stuff that shouldn't have been said that
you never
we
really
obviously
know
couldn't hear what it be.
Us up here, we never really know what goes down on the field. We just along everyone else, just kind of see it from a distance. You don't really know what happens, but just penalties, man. Benson already down. Just costly mistakes as a timeout is called.
Yep, timeout by Prep. They'll talk about what their offense will do, and we will take a break. Welcome back to Burke Stadium here. 20-0, looking to make it even a bigger deficit as 7:09 left. Everybody's still having a fun time here. His first catch of the season, and he's wide open. That was easy. Another touchdown.
You may not believe it, but Danny Cronin at 6'4" just somehow snuck behind the defense and got. Now 26-0 for Creighton Prep.
Extra point. Hamilton missed one earlier. May have been his first catch of the year a little bit earlier ago, and he's still being tended to, but nonetheless, he has been, everybody just, so far, A+ on everybody's report card.
Creighton Prep looks really good here, and like we said pregame, this is their, I don't want to say a statement game, but this is their game showing everyone, like, we are a legit team.
Yeah, this is
we
what
may have 3 losses, but we've played everybody close.
This is, they're probably saying this is who we want to be going into the postseason.
Exactly.
It's
and if they look this good, and I know people are saying, you know, it's a Benson team, not the best team in the state, but if they look this good, Prep going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, it's.
And you think about it too, Prep's played 3 of the best teams in the state, so they've had this experience where, in my opinion, they had the toughest schedule in the state, or one of the toughest schedules in the state.
And all the 3 losses, we were there for Bell West. They lost by a late touchdown by Gio Contreras. They lost by Westside by a touchdown. They were down 24-0 at one point, but came all the way back just short. And then, of course, they lost to Gretna, and they just had some easy mistakes that could have been just solvable, but they just they've hung in there. It's all their losses 7 points or less. They can easily show what they're made of with the rest of the way.
Yeah, and these games are going to be statement games, especially last year. You look when they played Grand Island and they, you know, lost in the first round in a heartbreaker loss. But
I was calling that.
Yeah.
I was
working.
It was Brendan's last game, and
man,
it was just not a great sight to see. And if we look at Grand Island, I think they were ranked 4.
Yeah, Grand Island looks good too this year.
They beat guys like teams like North and Kearney, I think.
I think a lot of those out of Omaha district teams don't get enough credit that they should, like Grand Island, Kearney,
North Platte, who beat Westside.
Yeah, but you got to watch out for those teams because they can beat anybody on any day, and they've shown that too. Kearney beating Bell West, North Platte beating Westside.
Motion man, receiver, pass is caught, flag is thrown. Won't get much. In fact, lost some on the play. That looked to be DJ Sterling in motion, but the catch, that might have been Avery Harris again, but let's check the flag. So they're moving, looks like, appears to be moving up Benson. It'll be a penalty against Prep.
That was a face mask for Creighton Prep, so give Benson a first down. Maybe they can get something off that. Now, at least outside their own 20. But yeah, it's not looking good for Benson right now. Down 27-0, and still got a lot of time left.
1st and 4 here for the Bunnies. There we go again with that 3-man motion, trips from right to left this time. Davis trying to squeak his way out. He somewhat does, and immediately met by the rest of the blue jerseys on the field. And he'll take it across the 30, near the 31-yard line.
Yeah, great job stepping up in the pocket and then just running up the middle, got a couple yards. First down for Benson again, and now they're kind of moving the football, just kind of get this offense rolling. That's what they need to do.
First down now, about from the 32-yard line. The clock continues at the tick off, and it'll be about 6:13 left in the quarter, obviously, and remains first down after the run by Jalen Davis. He motions Ashley is running back out. Davis back to throw, pressure, gets away from one sack, gets away from another, and the pass incomplete, a little too low from Demarion Davis. I think Joe Brown and another guy got very close to a sack.
I was going to say Joe Brown looked like he was the outside linebacker on that, blitzed and just missed. Great job by Davis getting out of it. Great move that he put on Brown. But 2nd and 10. See what Benson can do here.
Benson hasn't been completing very many passes.
No.
Jalen Davis as their quarterback. We've seen a couple by Davis. That probably just been in communication. He just throws it to green grass. Hand off. This is off and running. And a flag comes in after the run. Crew Welsh was there making the hit, and he might have, let's see what the flag will be.
Might be another face mask on Creighton Prep again, which would be their second one of the drive.
Crew Welsh coming in at safety to make the tackle.
Good to see him back too. We had that concussion. Glad to see that he's playing again.
Yeah, he was
cleared protocol.
He was out. He was on the sideline watching some of my video I was taking.
Yeah, another face mask.
Yep, they're gonna move him up. They're gonna move him up. Will it be 15? It will.
So Benson, really all their yards have just come off Prep penalties, and now at midfield, or no, actually now finally in Prep territory.
They're at the about the 46-yard line. This may be the first time that they're in Prep territory today.
And it hasn't been because of their offense. It's been because of the Prep defense, their penalties.
Yep.
Now they got to get something going here.
Yep. That's probably had to been saying around the Benson sideline as Davis. It looked like an option, but he'll just take it himself and get right around the 43-yard line, a measly gain of about 7. Or about 3. Make it second and or about 4.
Second and 6, yeah.
This scoreboard keeps correcting me.
Yeah, I mean, Davis, he's a good all-around quarterback. Show that he can run, and he has a good arm. He's just really been unable to connect. He's a shorter quarterback, too, so if he can get outside the pocket, that's where he's going to perform his best. That's why if you're Prep, you keep him inside the pocket and contain him.
On second down, about 6, got a man motion. That's DJ Sterling. He looks that way. Davis pumps. He pumps again, tries the circles out. He lobs it up, and somehow it's caught. Off to the races and getting just shy of the 20. I have no idea how he got that off, and that made it a completion all the way to the 24-yard line of the Junior Jays. That might have been Avery Harris on the catch and run, and
I thought he got sacked.
Yeah, I thought he's been spinning around. I thought Joe Brown would take him down, but he just at the last second he just went whoop over. Just over, get the receiver. He had the receiver open and just ran right over and gets it to the 23.
Now Benson moving the football is what we talked about. They got to get at least a touchdown here. Honestly, I'm not even working for a field goal. I'm just going for a straight touchdown. If it's fourth down, you just got to get a touchdown.
I do not blame them. Low snap, Davis. He's trying to edge around to the defense. Davis still going. Davis, he's still going. Tackled all the way to the 5-yard line. Crew Welsh on the tackle, but a great run by Davis. He just squeaks around the Prep defenders and just gets it all the way down near the 5.
Man, Jalen Davis really doing everything this drive here for Benson. Now getting them inside the 10 at the Creighton Prep 5 for the first and goal. First time they've been inside the 20 this game.
Yeah.
Davis, he's done some magic. He's shown that he's a good quarterback.
First down and goal from the 5. Under 4 minutes to go on the first half. Defense looking for a stop. The Bunnies, they really just want to get in the end zone for the first time. Got a man all the way out wide near the numbers far side. Davis looks that way, and he got a man coming. He missed him, and Davis hit as he throws, and it is dropped. He had a man wide open, and he just drops it. That's Ken Reese Dial, incomplete. Oh, if he hauled it in, that could have been a top 10 play because that's Davis. He got hit right after he threw it, and he just had it in his hands, and he just went right through it. Just incomplete.
Yeah, Davis doing his best impression of Patrick Mahomes, just working some magic, just somehow getting open and throwing the football. Just, man, a heartbreaker. This receiver not able to get it.
Yeah,
but if you're that receiver, you forget about it. Just move on. Just pretend that drop didn't happen. Because if you keep thinking about that drop, it's going to mess you up for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it sure will. As that he had a coming in the corner of the end zone, just went through his arms. Second down. Davis back to throw again. Got a guy in his face. Passes incomplete again. This time I think they had a guy in coverage. That might have been Crew Welsh. That he was looking for DJ Sterling on that play, 3rd down. That was a good throw, but I don't think that was really a drop that time. He had a guy.
Yeah, it was good coverage too. Yeah, they had a guy going in motion on the right side, so you had 4 receivers on the right side. I don't believe anybody was on the left. Just kind of stacked on the right side, especially when you got all that open space. That's what you want to do. Just work with the field that you have, and number 3rd and goal for Benson. Again, like I said, I'm playing for a touchdown here, even if they don't get it.
Yeah, I'd assume their head coach would be going to let's go for it if they do not get it here. Davis back to throw again. Christian Lewis there, and he's picked off. Intercepted on the play, off to the races. That looks to be Nick Keeney. Here he goes. He's down the left sideline. He's going to the house. Touchdown, Nick Keeney. The opposite way that Benson wanted it to go. Nick Keeney all the way to the house. Man, oh man.
Great coverage by Nick Keeney. He's at linebacker, running his zone. He's going to cover every curl route, every short route, and that one was just really just kind of given right to him. Davis, I don't know really where he was going, but Nick Keeney, great job and great return.
You can see Coach Moose, the defensive coordinator, he's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Excitement, especially Nick Keeney, a senior. He played last year as a junior. His brother also played last year too.
Yep, it's just been having a great season. That could have been a 100-yard pick 6, but
I think he got it in the end zone.
Yeah. So over 100-yard pick 6, Nick Keeney, extra point right down the pipe. It's been all Junior Jays here tonight to make it 34-0 Jays over the Bunnies. Welcome back to the action here. Hamilton, he's been kicking it off all night long as this one goes to the end zone. That's a touchback. Benson will get it at the 20-yard line, 2:53 left. They were knocking on the door of getting into the end zone until Nick Keeney said, let me show you what I can do.
Just when they thought maybe they would score, they got some momentum on some penalties early on, some prep penalties, and then good couple runs and just great red zone defense there by Creighton Prep, and then a great finish. Nick Keeney, 100-yard pick 6 on senior night.
That a great way to end off your regular season career, possibly at Merck Stadium too. It's been I think all the seniors have been scoring here tonight. We got Caden Russell, you got George Egan, you got Danny Cronin, you got Ezra Vedral,
and now Keeney.
Add him to the list. It's been all about them as they're having a great night so far, as you can tell by the score, 34-0. As a shovel pass, this is to DJ Sterling, reversing field, and immediately met right around the 23-yard line. Appears to be Ezra Vedral on the tackle.
Yeah, great coverage by Creighton Prep defense. Looked like he was going to cut back, or he did cut back. Looked like he may have found some yardage, but good job just getting to him and bringing him down.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 minutes left. Benson down, 5 touchdowns. And
yeah.
I don't want to say we expected this, but
it's Prep. They were up 34-0 at half against Burke, and they only got 3 points the rest of the way.
Yeah. You never know what could happen.
Yeah. Davis outside, pass caught, and Johnson. I think he was trying to strip the ball out. He had the ball in his hands, but they'll just mark him down near the 26-yard line.
Yeah, one thing that we forgot to mention was Prep, that's their 3rd takeaway already just in this first half. They've got 2 fumbles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and then now a pick 6. So this defense has looked absolutely incredible, and they've done their job. They've given the offense short field to work with. So they've really done their thing, and the defense has looked good most of the year.
Yeah, they sure have. Third down. Davis, Rainbows, one-on-one, and it is. Is it picked? Yes, it is. And they're still fighting for it. They're going to say interception. It's Jacob Hove with the pick. Davis just lobbed it up, hoping someone would grab it, and Jacob Hove comes down with it.
Yeah, Davis, it looked like he just threw off his back foot. He's still standing there just in awe of what he just did, but he threw it off his back foot, didn't even really get his feet set, and that's why the ball was so underthrown. And Jacob Hove, all he had to do was just get off his receiver and just come right to the ball. Had to come back to the ball, and that's the 4th takeaway in the first half for Creighton Prep.
Dominant defensive performance here by the Junior Jays.
Yeah, right on cue, too. We were just talking about the takeaways.
Yep. And Jacob Hove slams down the sledgehammer. That's his 2nd interception of the year. His first one was back against Burke, where he had the pick 6. So he's been having an all-around great year, not just by him, by
I think it's his first year playing football, too, for Prep, I believe.
I don't remember him playing that much last year. A penalty will be going against Benson. That's going to move him up 5. I think they had too many guys on the field. But it'll move him up 5. 1:19 left. Prep has 2 timeouts. Let's see what they can do. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know when the running clock issue comes into play, but that could be happening soon. As Johnson, he had the ball right in his breadbasket, but cannot hang on. 2nd down.
Yeah, Johnson looked to make the move, make the cut outside before he even caught the football.
Yeah.
A lot of receivers do that. You got to catch it, tuck it, and then you start running. Johnson just made that a rookie mistake, I should say.
Yep. I think he seen that. Even in some of the pros, did you see it?
Yeah,
I think some of them focused on just running it before they even catch it. Caniglio looking for Hebner, passes off the deflection of Hebner and into the arms of Nick Keeney. He just had the pick 6 a couple minutes ago, and he takes it all the way to the 36-yard line.
Looks like all 4 receivers just ran curl routes, just 5-yard curl routes. Saw Pargo and Hebner, excuse me, that's Stessman down there.
Yeah, because Hebner, I think it was a little too high for him. He tried to reach up for it.
Yeah.
It went off his fingertips, and it just trickled over to Keeney.
Luckily Keeney was there, and it wasn't a Benson defender.
Yeah.
I think, to go back to your point, I think the play clock will run all second half if it's still like this, I believe.
Yeah, I think they'll do a running clock.
At least the 4th quarter.
Yeah. I think they had a running clock in effect for the Burke game because it was the same score. But if that's the case, they'd be going with the running clock. And I think they had a running clock against Central too. I think we all know the story of that one. They just blew Central out, and both of these teams right here had pretty good wins against Central. Of course, obviously, they won 55-0, and then Benson last week 33-13. So. Central will be playing Burke here at Burke tomorrow. As here's Caniglio, and passes. Is it caught? No. It hit the ground first. Sam Stessman, the intended receiver from the pass from Tony Caniglio, incomplete with 58 seconds to go. Caniglio, he's been busy all throughout the night.
He's been looking pretty good too.
Yeah. Your Saints just scored 14-6 with 7:18 left.
That's what I like to see right there.
I think it was Taysom Hill who caught a touchdown. As here's Caniglio over the middle. It's caught, and that's Stessman. He had targeted earlier, and now here he is making the catch. I think they're going to mark him about a yard short of the first. It'll be 3rd down.
They're looking to score here.
Yeah, 5 wide, nobody in the backfield but Caniglio as he looks to pass. Trying to find his way. Still looking. He'll take off and run. Caniglio all the way near the 24-yard line. And I think Prep will call a timeout. Or will they?
I'm not sure. It looks like the
I think they'll stop, but clock stops after every first down. But we'll take a look. Now, here goes the clock. They're still ready to go.
Yeah, Prep running 5 out.
Caniglio. Pocket collapses, open, Hebner, and he's down to the 1. Eddie Heemner, another catch. This time he falls just short of the end zone, but they're at the 1 yard line. 18 seconds left, and a timeout by Prep.
Yeah, you got to give credit to this Prep offensive line. They're giving Caniglio a lot of time back there in the pocket to throw the football, deliver a dart, even if he's on the run too. Caniglio looks good.
Sure has. He's been making some good throws. Got the run earlier.
Yeah, throwing on the run, setting his feet, getting in the pocket. He's really doing it all.
Caniglio.
Great job by the receivers getting open too.
Caniglio, he is 8 of 12, 139 yards.
Man.
He's been really busy, that's for sure.
And all the touchdowns have been rushing touchdowns too, in a pick six.
Well, and the pass from Ezra to Danny Cronin.
Yep, you're right.
Let's see what they'll dial up here. Caniglio appears to still be at quarterback, but they'll have Egan and Russell again at behind him. And what I've seen, especially when he played on JV football, he's I think one game he had like 3 rushing touchdowns. All of them were like QB sneaks at the 1 yard line. So let's see what they go right here. He's got Stessman as a receiver. He's got Johnson as a receiver. As we said, Egan and Russell are behind him as backs.
You got Stessman one-on-one on the right side. Maybe just does it in route, or they might just run it up the middle.
Russell, he might have got tripped at the right when he grabbed it. And they're going to say,
yeah, moving too.
You could call a timeout.
Not sure.
Unless they
don't have any.
Or
not sure
the scoreboard said he has 1, and they're going to say no, and that is the end of the half. Huh. Great stop by Benson as they clogged 2 plays. Coach Young is still saying that they had a timeout.
I'm a little surprised they didn't call timeout after the first run.
Scoreboard said they had a timeout. I was surprised that they didn't take one.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
They keep going?
Prep players look confused. Hamilton's running on the field.
They'll come out on the field. Ford Hamilton and Luke Hecker. It appears to be a field goal try.
Yeah, I believe he may have called the timeout because, like you said, I think
the
ref
heard him.
Yeah, called the timeout on that second run, but I think they should have taken it after the first run that got stopped to give them a little more time to actually set up a scoring play.
That's kind of how it went against Papillion La Vista. They had to run 2 quick plays at the goal line for the go-ahead touchdown to win the game. But from the 1 yard line, this is chip shot for Ford Hamilton.
He did miss that PAT, but yeah, now 4 seconds on the clock. Honestly, I think there's 4 seconds and he kicks it.
Oh, they'll move it down to 1 second.
Now it's 1. Now it's 1.
So Prep already dominant. They're looking to add 3 more.
Gary, your microphone's on!
Extra point, or I just said extra point. It's smaller than an extra point. Nonetheless, field goal is good. It is 37-0 here for senior night at Burke Stadium. The Junior Jays ahead of the Benson Bunnies, 37-0 here. All Junior Jays here as we will step aside and we will be back for the second half. Second half is under a minute to go, or about ready to kick off here. Burke Stadium, it's senior night. Prep, just dominant,
Man.
A+ all throughout the game. And we're going to have a running clock to start as it's 37-0. Junior Jays over the Benson Bunnies. Alongside Embry Evans, I'm Alex Tejan. Embry is just, man, oh man. We've seen just so many.
Just dominance, yeah. And in my opinion, this is one of the most complete games that I've seen Creighton Prep play all year. Now, you might say, oh, it's against Benson, they're 3-5, but still, they're doing it. They got 4 takeaways just in that first half. They've got, I believe, 4 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown and a pick 6 as well. So I think it was 3 rushing touchdowns, but still, they look absolutely incredible. See what they can do in the second half is, like you said, a running clock, 37-0 head start. If you're Benson, you're just playing. This is the last game of the season for them. So you're just having fun out there. It's football.
Yep. Great way to end off your regular season and just cruise into the playoffs. Hopefully to get a good seeding. It's just depending on other games that we got. Mostly going into tomorrow, we got like some good matchups all throughout the Metro tomorrow.
Last week of the regular season, getting ready for the playoffs.
Ford Hamilton about ready to kick off. He's been doing a lot of kickoffs earlier in the first half as the ball just shy of the goalpost. Nonetheless, it'll be a touchback. And out comes Jalen Davis. He's been pretty decent, to say the least.
Yeah, he's been doing really everything that he can. He had that one drive where got him all the way down to the 5-yard line and then just threw that bad throw right to Nick Keeney for the pick 6. But other than that, I mean, he's looked pretty good. Just a couple
he could have had
missed throws. And
they had a couple drops too. I think one that could have been a touchdown. It was just dropped right into his hands on one of the receivers. Very next play, he threw a pick 6. So it's just some of the plays that has happened just bit Benson just as it's first down from the 20-yard line. Davis still at QB. It's a handoff. This is to Brandon Ashley. He won't get very much. About a gain of at most 1 yard.
Yeah, and Benson, a pass-first offense, hasn't really gotten anything in the passing game. Rushing game hasn't really looked that good either. They're just really trying to do their best, try to get some yards, but Prep's defense is just standing still, and they're not letting anything happen. I don't think one big play. It was just really on that drive where they got to the 5, it was just Prep penalties.
Yep.
They got about 30-plus yards just in penalty. But see what Benson can do. New half. You know, we don't really expect Benson to come back and win. You never know, but we don't really expect him to come back and win. Just get something on the board at least. You don't want to get shut out.
Prep has been shut out 2 teams twice already this year. They shut out Burke and Central. Davis surveys. Guy coming from the blind side, and down he goes. Daniel Cronin there to come and make the sack.
Yeah.
3rd down and 15 coming up. He just came from the blind side to beat the right tackle, and it just found Davis, and it just brought him down.
Yeah, Danny Cronin, he's got 1 touchdown and now a sack, doing it offensively and defensively. Just getting to the quarterback. That's what you want to do for Creighton Prep. Don't let Davis get outside the pocket where he can go to work and use his legs, or he can throw on the run. Just keep him inside the pocket. Don't let him work.
3rd down and 15. Benson looking for a prayer. Davis surveys. Will he run? Yes. He slips away from 1 tackle and can't escape from another again. And Nick Keeney got the pick 6 on Davis earlier in the game. Brings him down, but not before a 1st down.
Yeah, just good running by Davis there. He's doing it with his arms and doing it with his legs. More so his legs in this game, showing that he's a dual-threat quarterback. Benson just slowly moving this football down the field. It's a 3rd and 15, got the 1st down. Now a new set of downs, see what they can do here.
1st down. Positive play by Benson. Davis still at quarterback. A drop snap. We see that a couple times, and Davis smartly goes to the ground. A loss of a couple yards on the play. And it's 2nd down.
That's about the 3rd or 4th time where it's been a bobbled snap. Smart job, though, by Davis. Just fall on the football. Don't try and pick it up and make a play out of it. just fall on the football and just so Prep doesn't recover it.
Second down now. Some substitutions coming in by both teams. Bad news for your Saints. They were up 14-6 at one point. Now it's 28-14 Cardinals.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Davis. He slings it over, pass is caught. Avery Harris trying to move his way around, and not before being shoved out of bounds by John Pargo.
Yeah, Pargo's got to watch that. Almost got a late hit at the end of the play.
Yep.
He was going out of bounds. Coach wasn't happy with that. You don't want to make those dumb mistakes like that and give Benson more yards than they should. Just once you see him go out of bounds, maybe just a slight push, but that he was already out of bounds and then hit him.
Andy Dalton threw two pick sixes.
Oh, my goodness. Bring James back.
Andy Dalton, 9 of 15 at 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. So he's thrown the same amount of touchdowns to the Cardinals as he has to the Saints.
Man.
Isaiah Simmons and Marco.
He was looking hopeful, looking a little good against the Bengals, and then but last week too. But man,
Jay Davis trying to move his way around. Won't get very much.
Still a young season though. Saints can come back. Wait for Michael Thomas to come back.
This is the same story how it is for my Packers. They've been criticized, especially after the loss to the Jets, which
that was bad.
But I think message to all Packers fans: we got to relax. Right, Mike? Wait, where's Mike? Oh, there's Mike.
Yeah.
As someone needs, someone came late from the sideline to come on the play as he punts it away. Johnson, he whiffs off another tackle. Here goes Pierce Johnson, bursts to speed, and yet smartly goes out of bounds, and a flag comes out late. Another flag on a tackle. He's been returning all of these kicks all season long. He got a return touchdown last week against Papillion La Vista. Let's check the flag. They're going to say, I think it's against Prep.
I'm not sure what it was.
Or was it against Prep?
Yeah, I think it was a holding call.
Yeah, they're moving back, so. And they looks like the offense has some of their backups in the game. Some guys, Dean Donaldson, who started most of the season, he's now back at quarterback.
Jackson Cohote there too.
Hey, shout out to our guy who's also in our media class, watches all these broadcasts. Handoff. This is Ryan Ewell. Here goes Ewell all the way, still going down to near the 36-yard line. A great gain. Ryan Ewell, the junior, showing what he can do. Good gain on the play. Ryan Ewell, Caden Russell, not to be seeing as some of the second string, third string guys out there.
Yeah, that's what happens senior night. You want to get everyone their reps, especially when you're up 37-0.
Ewell not going
defense.
the right direction. Plenty of buddies there to make the tackle. One of them was Chris Swelly there to make the tackle for loss.
And this is also just a good time for the juniors and sophomores or whoever else is on the team who's not a senior just to get some reps in, get some varsity football experience, because they're going to be seniors next year, and this is going to be their team that they got to take care of a lot. I'd say 50% or more of this football team is seniors. So
yeah, we had a long and awesome senior ovation, ceremony, wishing them farewell, what they've done all throughout their years, a part of the school, a part of Creighton Prep football. It's just awesome all throughout their careers. It's been one of a kind, that's for sure. Third down and a long score update from Houston. The Astros lead the Yankees 3-2 at the end of the 6th. Third down. Donaldson still in the game. Takes the snap, throws it, and knocked away, incomplete. That looked like it was Anthony Liggins at corner to knock down the pass from Sam Stessman. It's incomplete. Clock still running.
Yeah, one of the first times in a long time where Preps had to punt, so just good defense, great coverage there by Benson. Donaldson just kind of waited a little bit and just threw the ball not as hard as he needed to, threw it a little too high as well for the corner to make the play. Looks like two people are going to be back for Benson to receive this punt.
Score update from Buell Stadium. Millard West ahead of Omaha Bryan 41-7 in the middle of the third quarter.
Are we surprised at that score, though?
Yeah, that's true. Punt sky high. They're going to down this one inside the 5 near the 6. What a great punt toward Hamilton. And a great job by the punt team to down this all the way at the 6-yard line. You got a really long way to go to get their touchdown on the board.
Yeah, again, Benson starting inside their own 10 this time. They've just not had good field position to start their drives. That's one of the main reasons why they haven't really been able to get this offense going, because they're starting so deep in their own territory. And they got to move 90-plus yards to get to the other end zone. That's against this great Creighton Prep defense. It's hard to do, even when you start at your own 50.
First down. Long way to go to get your first touchdown on the board.
It's like 3 receivers on the right side, too.
Davis handoff. That's to Brandon Ashley, but he lost a ton on that play. That'll be, you got to be careful right here. Don't want to get tackled in your own end zone, but Drew Jarrett to make the tackle. Plenty of guys.
Yeah, a lot of the second string, third string coming in.
Those two were sophomores to make the tackle.
Yeah. It's good, though. You want to get all your
Plenty
starters, just, keep them healthy. Just keep the starters healthy for the playoffs. You already clinched a spot, so you already know you're going to the playoffs before this game. But
got to be careful. Pass is caught, and trying to move his way around. That is Avery Harris. Won't get much, though. About a yard short of the original line to gain, or original line of scrimmage, pardon me. He'll be third down and 11, or third down and 10.
Yeah, throwing those screen routes or screen passes inside your own 5 can be a little bit dangerous, especially because everyone's so crowded. Everyone's so crowded together, so you got to get that ball out quick and get it out efficiently. And he did just that, just unable to get any yards.
Third down and 10 here for the Bunnies. Prep looking for another stop. Davis, better be careful. He gets away. He launches it. He's got a man. It's too short for him to get. Looking for Avery Harris again, but it's just incomplete. We've seen a long, deep balls by Jalen Davis. It's just hasn't been it.
I was gonna say it's either too far or it's just a little too short. The one where it was intercepted by Hove, that one was just way too short. He threw it off his back foot, leaning back, didn't get his feet set. And a couple of them were just errors, just miscommunications. And that one just kind of underthrew it. He was thankfully, lucky enough to get away from the defender. Would have had him sacked near the goal line. But now another fourth down. Benson got to punt it again.
Here's the punt. Better be careful. This one's blocked. And is it a touchdown or a safety? It's a touchdown. A blocked punt. Joe Brown gets there. And guess who? Christian Lanphier, I believe it was, that got the touchdown. Hello, another senior night call. This is Joe Brown on the blocked punt. Christian Lanphier on the recovery.
Yeah, special teams touchdown, defensive touchdown, and some offensive touchdowns. Creighton Prep has looked complete, and they've looked great all game long, all 3 quarters so far.
A+, and here's Charlie Mangan here to kick a PAT.
Now all the second stringers getting in. Second string kicker coming in too.
Yep. I believe that was Christian who got the touchdown, who recovered it. It was Joe that blocked it. Extra point.
Good.
Right down the pipe. 44-0 Junior Jays. They continue to put A+ on the report card, and we will step aside. We welcome you back. Burke Stadium here in quarter number 3. We had a blocked punt as Joe Brown blocks it, and I think it was Christian Lanphier that got to the ball and was able to grab it before the ball went out of bounds, and we got a touchdown. I was wondering, even before the punt that just happened, I was looking at just like the punter's pretty close to the center. I'm like,
he's been kind of in that formation all game.
I was wondering, like, you better be careful because this prep defense knows how to block punts.
And we forgot to mention, how about that CP dance team though? I think 16-time national champions.
16-time national champion. That's.
They played some Miley Cyrus. I'm surprised you didn't go down there and run on the field and start dancing. The comment you made earlier about wrecking balls, but
okay. We got. I think we're past that. I mean, they played a lot of.
They played a lot of songs.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't see you down there, Alex. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. What do you like to listen to? What if they played?
Well, if they play some Kendrick Lamar, I might go down there.
Okay, there you go. First down for the Bunnies. Are they chanting Jack Coho's name?
I'm not sure.
I think that's what they said. They were going Coho. Davis, rainbow, and pass is caught on the play. Great catch. Let's see. Can't tell his number from here. Luke Heck with the tackle.
Finally, Davis got one to connect on that deep route.
I think it may have been Avery Harris, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, we saw Davis struggling with that deep route. It's the first one he's connected to, or connected on. Now Benson inside, across the 50.
First down, crossing the 50. Last time they were in prep territory, they have obviously had the pick 6 as the handoff to Brandon Ashley. Doesn't get too much. Still remaining second down.
They're about to go to fourth quarter.
Obviously it went quick because that's obviously we had a running clock. 44-0, the Junior Jays ahead of the Bunnies. And we'll be right back to start quarter number 4. Welcome me back here to Burke Stadium as they started playing some Little Nas X here. Start of the fourth quarter. We just saw another edition of Beat the Cheetah, by the way. Angelo Badami just beat the Cheetah for the first time this season. Handoff.
That's Prevo Pope right there.
There he is.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to Rob. Rob with it, the cameraman, goes to Central, and then Jose at Brian. Jose, I hope you know you cannot guard me when we play basketball. I just want to let you know.
Oh,
just
really?
want me to shout you out so bad.
Oh, I see. You a baller, Emery?
No, it's a little side job, but
I see.
Not just a commentator.
Ah, I see. Tell me one thing. Next, you see me with a basketball, it's either going completely, like, out of range of how you intend you to shoot a basketball, like off the backboard, no rim. I need to coach Lukey to teach me as little Davis, little spin move. He's still going. And Prevel Pope there to make the tackle after Davis. A little shiftiness. But Prevel Pope there to bring him down.
Yeah, just spin move and then hit the juke. Only got a couple yards, but going back to basketball, I have hopes for the basketball team this year for Creighton Prep.
Yeah? I agree
Hopefully
too.
we beat Westside last year. That's really all that matters, that we beat Westside in the playoffs.
That was huge, that's for sure.
That was big.
First down from about the 33-yard line. Davis looking long. He's got a man and incomplete. Intended for Avery Harris. I think Yoa Peralta was in coverage along with Sam Stessman.
Yeah, clock's still moving now. 10 minutes left in the game. Benson just maybe get some points on the board. You don't want to get shut out for your last game of the year. So, but Prep's defense, no matter what lineup is in, they look good.
Second down, about 10. Clock still rolling. Another pass and dropped. Looking for Avery Harris. He's been targeted a lot here tonight and just didn't connect there. Third down.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen a couple drop passes by the Benson receivers. 2 of them were touchdowns. That one was just a screen. Maybe wouldn't have got that much yards, but still.
Yeah.
Just hold on to that football.
Second half is underway in New Orleans, or in Arizona, excuse me. 28-14 remains the score.
Man. We might come back though. You never know.
Yeah, only 2 touchdowns. We've seen a lot of 2 touchdown deficits,
especially in the fourth quarter too.
Yep. We've seen a lot of double-digit deficits blown. Ravens. Toss over. Here he goes. It's Brandon Ashley all the way near the 15-yard line. Plenty of guys there to make the tackle. It'll be first down for the 15.
Yeah, Benson doing a good job. They're moving the football down on this drive. Really with the run game, and that one just a quick carry for a first down now inside your own 20. They were stopped last time they got in the red zone. We'll see what they do here.
First down. As you said, their last red zone trip was a touchdown to the wrong team, so looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. Fake handoff over to Davis. He's still running. Gets it near the first down marker. I think we got somebody. Officials are talking to each other.
Yeah, the clock will stop when the officials will meet up. See what it is.
Holding on Benson.
Man, it's like just when things are going good for Benson, something just happens, and it's why they have 0 points on the board. It's not able to capitalize on really anything.
It's kind of how the Central game went when Prep played Central. It's just not how, or they just had too many penalties, and it's just it explained why they had 55. It was 55-0.
At least the Central fans were there, though. There was a lot of Central fans at that game.
Yeah, here
a little different story.
Yeah, just not that big of attendance. Big attendance for the Prep fans, especially in the first half. Especially with the senior night ceremony, the birdcage rocking, especially after CPDT played.
Yeah.
First and 15 now. Davis surveys, pumps, throws it, and it is caught. Touchdown. That is Avery Harris again to make the touchdown, and Benson gets their first touchdown of the game.
Well, that's good if you're Benson. You don't want to get shut out on the last game of the year. Just some style points. Just get something. Maybe let you feel a little bit good about the game.
Yep.
Especially if you're Davis. He's had a lot of opportunities to score, and he's done everything he can. But that one finally got something in the end zone.
Huge positive. getting a bunny touchdown. Extra point is no good. I think they might have gotten a hand on it. Nonetheless, Benson is something to be happy about. They will not get shut out as the bunnies get their first points of the game. Welcome back here to Burke Stadium. 7:22 left in the senior night here for possibly the last time here at Burke Stadium.
Might be our last time too here calling the game. We'll be back for basketball though and baseball probably.
Yep, so. You're right. I'll be here next year, but Emery, you'll be
it's my last ride.
out and off to colleges.
Yeah. Or I just come back 5th year super senior. You never know.
Kickoff is down in the end zone for a touchback. That's the first kickoff Benson has done since the very first kickoff of the night. As Junior Jays looking to see what they can do here on their final couple minutes of the game.
Yeah, last
as the clock
7 minutes.
Goes, clock will go ahead and run.
Yeah, last 7 minutes. Just it's really going to be all the second and third stringers out right now. Just let them get some reps. Let them have some fun. It's the last regular season. This team is this is the last regular season game that this team will see.
First down, and I think they got some of the jump.
Maybe
Nope,
not.
no. I don't think they infracted it in the neutral zone. Handoff, Jacob Ruby up the middle, won't get much. Might have got about 1 yard on the play. It'll be second down.
Yeah, great rushing attack all season long, all game long for Creighton Prep. No matter who's running the football, Prep has just shown that they're one of the best rushing offenses in the state. And you got to give credit to the offensive line too, not just the running backs, but the offensive line pushing that front four forward. And even when, because you know teams are going to stack the box, so really it's pushing the front 7 or 8 forward.
Here goes Jack Cohout, and he gets it near the 32-yard line. Jack Cohout.
Yeah.
He gets a first down and run. Everybody's excited about that, that's for sure. We are too, as
I think he wants us to call him Jackson Donald Cohout.
oh,
That's what he told me before the game.
Yep. All right.
He might not be happy about that.
All right. Hopefully he will not come back and see that 10-yard run. I'm blaming that all on you. Toss. It's to Jacob Ruby, trying to find his way out, and I think the ball might have popped out. Or not. Or no, they'll say it's Benson football. A turnover. Benson will get the ball back. So another positive spike in the chart for the bunnies. So it'll be Jacob Ruby got the handoff. It looks like an easy tackle for loss, and it just didn't work out well. The ball popped out late in the game or late in the play. Has just
yeah, it's first takeaway for the bunnies. This game comes in the fourth quarter of 5 minutes to go. But like we said, we know Prep's going to win this game. It's just really for confidence for Benson.
Yep. Score update from Glendale. The Cardinals, or the Saints add a field goal, 28-17.
Nice.
Davis escapes
Oh
the
my.
sack. He's got to run it. He's got a block in front. Davis still looking, still running, and tackled all the way behind from the 5-yard line. Luke Heck and company there to make the tackle.
Yeah, one thing that I can say is it is hard to bring Davis down. Just when you think you have an easy sack, just when you think he doesn't see you, he's got eyes in the back of his head. He's going to put on a juke move, get away from the defender, and then scramble down the field. He's really been running most of the game. Hasn't really showcased his arm besides that one touchdown.
Yep.
He's had to scramble
He's
for a
been
lot.
Pretty swift, I'd say. Pretty quick around the field. First and goal from the 5. Quick throw to the outside. It's Avery Harris, and it looks to be just short by around the 1-yard line. Another throw to the outside. He's been targeting Harris all night long. So
short, like wide receiver screen routes or just short curl routes. It's working for them. They're getting the yards after the catch. Now at the 2-yard line. So Benson, if they can get another score here, even more confidence for them to end the season.
Under 4 minutes to go. Davis keeps it, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Bunnies. Jalen Davis, a much-deserved touchdown.
Yeah, passing and rushing touchdown for Davis. He's really done it all this game. Honestly, hasn't had too much help. Just trying to do everything he can, just get this Benson offense moving, but it's just a little too late. At least they got the 2 touchdowns, though. Nice to have these in the first quarter.
Extra point. He missed one earlier. This time he knocks it through to make it 44-13. Here, 3:19 left, and we will step aside. We welcome you back to Burke Stadium. Here we are, 3:19 to go. A 31-point lead here for the Junior Jays. They're looking to ice this game and easily call this a victory as Johnson, here he goes. He had a little bobble, and that will get nothing much. He won't be right around the 15, 16-yard line. And we'll see the offense possibly one final time.
Yeah.
As we're about to wrap up our football season here, possibly at Burke Stadium. It's been,
Unless something crazy happens,
Yeah.
we might have a home game.
you never know.
The way it's looking, we might not, but never know.
Never know indeed, as some of the guys here to take the field.
Yeah, this is last 3 minutes as a team. These guys will play together, so they're going to enjoy this one.
Handoff, Ruby. He fumbled earlier. He's still churning his way.
Ref goes down too.
Good job by some of the guys like Trayvon Rose and all the other guys. And that's a first down run for Jacob Ruby. Clock continues the roll under 2 minutes. Guys like Jeffrey Pepra is in the game. He's one of our media guys.
Yeah.
What a story he's been. He's been out Bell West and Westside. He was taking photos of the game, and now here he is taking offensive snaps.
What a turnaround.
Yep. Jacob Ruby again on the run. He'll be just short of the sticks, making about 2nd and 1.
Yeah, Creighton Prep, the running game, we know it's their best strength. And
That's for sure, yep.
if you're, I mean, honestly, Caniglio looked good today. He looked really good. The passing game looked actually pretty good. And if they can do that, you see they're going to run up the score, no matter who it is.
Ruby. At this point, I think they're just trying to leak this clock away and
just get anyone in that they can. Just get them some reps.
And
it's been a fun season, though.
Definitely. It's been all throughout the year, especially when the schedule released, I saw week 0 game against Bellevue West, and I'm like, that's the only game on. We're gonna have a lot of people going watching this, and
at the game and watching.
And our good fellows that are off to college right now, Tyler and Brendan, they've been on the call for 2 years. They've since gone off to college, and well, here we are.
Yep, it's my first year doing this too.
Yep, I did a little bit last year, but new faces around this CPSN crew. Handoff, this is to Ruby, trying to find a burst of speed, and it gets it near the 39-yard line, a first down run.
Looks like they stopped the clock, though. 1:11 left to play.
Now the clock will go.
On. Yeah, under a minute. Like you said, Prep's they're just gonna keep the ball. They're just gonna keep running it. No point of even trying to score here.
Handoff, Ruby again. Tackled on the play by multiple guys like Tydell, McLaurin, and company that make the tackle. So, got about, clock rolls down under a minute, and one play, and it'll do it.
Yeah, what a season for Prep. They had the toughest first 4 games.
They started 1-3.
Yeah, toughest first 4 games you will probably ever see on a Nebraska high school football team schedule. They lost the 3 games that most people expected them to lose, but it wasn't ugly losses, not for any moment.
No, not at all.
They turned the season around. Now about to finish 6-3, I believe. Clinched a playoff spot.
Handoff, Ruby. Clock under 5 seconds, and that is how it'll end. 44-13 victory. Dominance, A-pluses on here at senior night at Burke Stadium to quite possibly conclude the season here at home and for the regular season as they will prepare for the playoffs next Friday. As currently they're a 10th seed, but we'll see how the rest of the games go on. Well, Emory, it's been a fun ride all throughout the season, that's for sure.
That's right.
Could be more blessed to say that we've been a part of this crew from around our broadcasters, our photographers, Nolan Ersbalmer, Mac Johnson, everybody, media guys, everybody just been A+ throughout the season.
It's been a team effort behind the scenes, on camera.
Yep.
This could not happen without, missing just one person. We need everybody. It's a team effort here.
That's for sure. From all our guys at CPSN, Mike Knockenhauer, Colton Alder, Chad Roeder, JT Malark, alongside Emory Evans, I'm Alex Tejan. We say good night, God bless, and we'll see you at basketball season.